Hey guys, what's up? Baller here. This is the second part of today's game day. This is June 19, 2024, and we will have the next 5 games for our MLB for this particular part. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. And again, if you guys are interested to sign up for our subscription, we would actually be sending you the best pick that we have for the day. And again, congratulations for all our subscribers yesterday, as we were actually correct with our best pick of the day, and that was Boston Red Sox. Now, if you are interested, you can just reach us through Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, or even Messenger account. Just take a look at the descriptions of our videos. You will see the details right there. Right, so let's go ahead and start this particular part. Moving on to this another afternoon game, and this will be between Arizona Diamondbacks with a record of 36 wins and 37 losses, going up against Washington Nationals with a record of 35 and 37. Both teams are actually displaying almost the same record. Arizona is just having an advantage of like half a game, right? Taking a look at the starting pitchers that they have for Arizona, they got Fat with a record of 3 wins and 5 losses and an ERA of 4.38. Now for Washington Nationals, they would be displaying Corbin in the start of the game with a record of 1 win and 7 losses and an ERA of 5.84. Now we all can tell that these starting pitchers that these two teams have aren't really having a good season. But we can, numbers wise, if you have missed the games, I'm pretty sure that one can easily say that Fat is actually doing better. And I would even attest to that. I've watched several Washington games along with Arizona games. Well, Fat, he hasn't been the same like how he did towards the end part of last season, but again, it's still not as bad as how Corbin is actually showing. Now, considering that Arizona Diamondbacks got some momentum approaching this game as they won last night, considering the pitching advantage that Arizona has, and of course, needless to say, Arizona Diamondbacks, despite of their struggle as they are now below 500% mark, still, Arizona Diamondbacks is for me one of those best in terms of offense or in terms of hitting the ball. Now, Arizona Diamondbacks, they must be seeing this huge opportunity for them to get back into the 500% mark, and that is to beat Washington Nationals in this game. And I'm actually signing on them on that. And again, Corbin, he hasn't really figured out how to grab a W, and of course, he needs some help from his teammates as well. But with that kind of record, I'm not gonna put my trust on them. Rather, I would be siding with Arizona Diamondbacks on this particular matchup. So on this one, let's go ahead and side with Arizona Diamondbacks, and let's do money line. Now moving towards the second game for this part. This will be between Seattle Mariners with a record of 44 wins and 31 losses, going up against Cleveland Cavaliers. Why am I saying Cleveland Cavaliers? I always say Cleveland Cavaliers. I guess yesterday I also said that. Cleveland Guardians. There you go. Cleveland Guardians with a record of 44 and 26. Both teams are actually having very good seasons, very good records. Yesterday, Seattle Mariners actually defeated Cleveland, and we were actually correct on that. And Guardians were actually the favorites last night, if you guys can remember, and we were correct when Seattle took care of Cleveland. Now, in this particular matchup, let's take a look at the matchup of their pitchers. Wu would actually be starting for Seattle. Wow, look at the record: 3 wins and 0 loss. ERA of 1.07. Wow, that's crazy. Bybee is the one starting for Cleveland, and he's got a record of 4 wins and 2, also very decent, and an ERA of 3.94. Now we have another situation right here. If you take a look at the if you take a look at the odds, again, Seattle Mariners are the underdogs in this one. If you take a look at the odds given, this is gonna be tough, man. This is gonna be tough. Just like yesterday, we picked Seattle Mariners and we were correct, despite of them being the underdogs. And I'm trying to consider everything for Cleveland. Of course, they have a better pitcher right now as compared to McKenzie, who they had last night. And at the same time, I think Ramirez is actually okay now and is actually playing for them. So that's another huge factor coming onto this game. But I'm still siding with Seattle Mariners on it. I don't know what's between these two teams, but I'm having a hard time picking between them two. But we were correct with yesterday with Seattle winning as the underdogs. I know it's gonna be tough for some to ride with Seattle once more, especially that they are once again tagged as underdogs. But I'm siding with Seattle on this. For me, they got enough reason for me to side on them. They got a lot of momentum coming onto this game. And not just on this game, even on yesterday's game. That's why I picked them. Plus, they got some advantage again in terms of pitching. I know Bybee is actually pitching on a different case. Man, he's actually having lots of strikeouts, for the past few games. But I respect what Wu can do. I know he's only got 3 wins, but man, that's a clean slate still. ERA is 1.07. So until that ERA bumps up, or until he's got some a couple of losses perhaps, I would continue to side on with Wu or with Seattle. Again, considering the momentum that they have, the offense, man, is crazy. I guess they reached 8 runs last night. So I'm still siding with Seattle Mariners doing money line. That's going to be a huge hit if ever Seattle goes back to back. So in this one, we will go with, once again, Seattle Mariners. Now in the next game, this will be another crucial matchup. Baltimore Orioles with a record of 47-25 going up against the New York Yankees with 51-24. That one will be at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 7:05 a.m. here in Manila. Now, looking at the starters, I'm talking about pitching, of course. Povich, not sure, is this Povich or Povic? I'm not sure how to read it right. For Baltimore, he's got a record of 0-1 and an ERA of 4.76. Obviously he's new. He is actually going head-to-head against Garrett Cole. Cole, this is going to be his first, right? This is going to be his first game for this season. That's why he doesn't have any stat yet, but this is going to be crazy. Of course, we have a new or a young pitcher in Baltimore's side. Now we have a veteran in Cole in Yankees, but again, we don't know his real status is. One may say that I'm healthy, but it's totally different whenever you're out there. Whenever you've started pitching, whenever someone started to hit you, if you know what I'm saying. So this is gonna be tough, but I'm gonna side with the Yankees on this. For me, the Yankees' offense is just tremendously great. That Povich, I don't know. Sorry about that. Would really have a hard time dealing with him. I feel like there's even a high possibility that he might actually sit down early because of the offense that the New York would bring, especially considering the crowd, considering that they have actually won yesterday, so they got some momentum. I know Baltimore Orioles would have some runs on their side that they will give to Garrett or perhaps on other pitchers, but I guess at the end of the game, it will be New York Yankees who would have the better score. So my pick on this one will be the New York Yankees, and let's do money line. Now for the next game, I think this is the 4th right now that we have for this video. This is going to be Boston Red Sox with a record of 39-35, and Toronto Blue Jays with a record of 35-38. That game will be at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 7:07 a.m. here in Manila. Boston Red Sox, they are actually above 500%, while Toronto Blue Jays, they are still 500%, and they are actually, trying to find some streak so that they can get onto it. Not sure if you guys would agree, but I'm not going to go against Boston Red Sox right now. Perhaps not until they lose, because they are having this tremendous streak, man, 4-game winning streak. Take a look at their last 10 games. They have won 7, and we got Toronto Blue Jays right here who have been losing. They have lost back to back. In terms of pitching, yes, Bello would not be the best that they have. I'm talking about Boston, of course, but Gosman is also not the best that Toronto has. So I guess at the end of the day, Boston Red Sox would have the advantage. They got some momentum. Their offense is tremendously great right now. Their running and their stealing is just crazily effective for the past couple of games or so. So I'm siding with Boston Red Sox on this to win money line. Again, our pick on this would be Boston Red Sox money line. Now for the last game for this part, it will be Tampa Bay Rays with a record of 34 wins and 39 losses going up against Minnesota Twins with a record of 41 and 32. That one will actually start at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 7:40 a.m. here in Manila. Taking a look at the starting pitchers, we got Bradley for Tampa with the record of 2 wins and 4 losses, an ERA of 4.23, going up against Minnesota's starter, who would be Ryan, who's got a record of 5 wins and 5, and an ERA of 3.24. Now, I'm trying to take a look at this because for me, in terms of offense, they're a bit the same, if you know what I'm saying. But considering the other factors like being at home, the momentum that they have, man, Minnesota Twins, they have actually won 6 freaking straight, and they have won 8 out of their last 10. That's just tremendously great. I'm pretty sure that they would love to get back onto the diamond right now and to hit those balls again because of that kind of streak. I don't care what sport it is. If you're having that kind of streak, you would want to play again. Now, I'm looking at Tampa Bay. Again, their offense would always be there. And we saw that last night, right? We saw that last night. They actually started well. They scored early, but again, at the end of the night, it was actually Minnesota Twins taking home the W. I don't know if that will be the same kind of story right now, but what I'm kind of sure of is that it's going to be Minnesota Twins who would extend the winning streak at 7. I don't think the pitcher like Bradley is the one who can actually stop that kind of crazy momentum. Now, for the last part of this particular part of the game, this will be the New York Mets with a record of 35 wins and 37 losses, going up against Texas Rangers with a record of 33 and 40. Both teams are below 500% mark. And that one would actually start at 8:05. What is it? 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 8:05 a.m. here in Manila. Taking a look at the starting pitchers that they have, we got Manea for the New York Mets. He's got a record of 4 wins and 3 losses, an ERA of 4.11. And we got Haney for Texas Rangers. Wow. 2 wins and 8 losses, ERA of 4.19. All right, so we got 2 pitchers right here. Their ERA is almost the same. It's just that the wins, the wins that they have been getting, Manaya, he is more effective whenever he's out there as compared to Haney. So Haney obviously needs some help from his teammates in terms of defense, in terms of offense, whatever it is. And Haney needs some help. His record is just not so Haney, if you know what I mean. 2 wins, 8. That's not so him. Now, considering the performance of the New York Mets lately, man, they are on a 7-game winning streak. For their last 10 games, they have actually won 8. They are on a roll. They have a struggling pitcher in Haney right now. The New York Mets almost lost last night's game, but still they grabbed the W. I know there's a huge possibility that this might be the stoppage, so to speak, for that particular streak. But I'm not going to go against them. Not right now. Especially looking at the starting pitchers that Haney is actually not having a bad season at all. So my pick on this one would be the New York Mets, and that will be money line. Again, for this particular matchup, I'm picking the New York Mets money line. So that's all for this part. So if you are actually looking for the first 5 games, just take a look at part 1, and I'll be uploading the next part for the last 5 games for the day. Peace out, pasay loob, and God bless.